Hi and welcome to The Winning Factor. I'm Alan Aitken, and on this show each week we take a look at some upcoming races in Hong Kong and try to isolate an aspect of the race we might look back on later as having been a path to finding the winner. Well, racing at Sha Tin on Sunday, and noteworthy for being the last of our group races for the season, two Group 3s, the Premier Plate and the Premier Cup. I'm going to have a look at the support races, and the first one that comes up on our coverage is race 3, where our winning factor is the map. Now, I don't think there are too many genuine winning chances here. There may be some fans of King Excelente from the Douglas White Yard. Also, David Hayes trained Regent Glory might have some fans, but I think most punters will be focused on two horses here. Beauty Tycoon for Joe Moreira and John Size, and a horse he beat by 4 lengths last start, Tony Cruz trained California Veins, Zach Purton's ride. Now, I'm sure that's where the market is going to be centred. It's certainly where I'm focused, looking for the winner. But despite the fact they met in a race recently, I'm going to take you back 2 starts for California Veins and have a look at his previous offering. And for this, we go back to race 649. He's in gate 9, yellow and red colours. California Veins, very quick early, and he gets to the front, and shortly after we see another of Sunday's runners, King Excelente in red, working up to his outside to maintain the pressure. But take a look at the heat map here. Very solid sections early and mid-race, and the leaders, well, they aren't left with an awful lot. So California Veins left wanting in the straight when the late finishes come along. Now, he's worked hard there, so he had an excuse and didn't have much left when the finishes came along, but he did manage to comfortably beat all the other horses who had been sharing the pace with him. So I think there was more to that effort than perhaps it looks at first. Now, as I mentioned, he and Beauty Tycoon have since met in a race, and we're going to take a look at that now. And this is race 707, gate 1, California Veins, once again fast out. But there are another couple just as fast as him. Meanwhile, Beauty Tycoon, he's in the familiar beauty colours, the black, pink and white, out wider. He doesn't have the same sort of pace, so Moreira tucks in behind. Now, the speed is right on, rounding the first turn. California Veins wisely. Karis Teton lets the others go and takes the box seat, but that becomes more of a problem later in the race in the straight as the leaders weaken back on him. While Beauty Tycoon is able to come around in clear room and just misses out, California Veins, well, he's never clear and never tested. So a good effort from Beauty Tycoon, but I think the 4-length margin between these two horses on that occasion is pretty meaningless. California Veins never really able to show his wares. But I've made the map the key winning factor for this race for a good reason. So let's take a look at how this race sets up. Now, I think Zach Purton on California Veins will again use his speed to lead, and although there are a couple of horses underneath him like Happy Fat Cat and Compassion Super who have some speed, I suspect they're going to look to trail rather than contest the front. Regent Glory, the horse drawn immediately inside Beauty Tycoon, also has pace and likely to go forward, so that means he's going to be running shotgun for the leader and limiting how far forward Beauty Tycoon can get. So I think it's far more likely that Moreira once again looks to drop in behind the speed. So the tip in race 3, California Veins. His winning factor, the map. Now, I really don't think there is an awful lot between these two horses, and that means that any edge tactically that one can get over the other looks crucial. And the way the race sets up, I think that Moreira is going to have no choice but to hand control of the race over to Zach Purton, and that might just be the edge that he needs. The second race I want to take a look at this week is race 10, where our winning factor is the tempo. And the main chances here over the 1600 metres in Class 3 look to be Oriental Smoke for Zach Purton, also Massive Action, a horse Purton has jumped off. Danny Shum trained Secret Vision, and Joe Moreira's ride Nearly Fine will certainly have arguments made for them, and there'll be some fans of Super Oasis and Powerful Wings too. The two horses I favour most out of that group are the two lightly raced horses, Massive Action and Oriental Smoke. Now, neither of those horses have been asked to run 1600 metres before in their careers, and that is, I guess, a question over them, and that's one key aspect of the race. The other is, how much of a test is this going to be of their ability to run a strong mile? First of all, let's take a look at what they've been doing in the lead-up, and we're going to go back to race 6, 8, 9. And we have Oriental Smoke here, gate 1, yellow and black colours. In what you see on the heat map is just an average early pace. The tempo then drops away, picks up again on the circle before there's a sharp sprint down the home straight. Now, when the sprint starts, Oriental Smoke is initially left behind, but over the final stages, he's winding up and gets closest to the winner on the line. A week later, we saw Massive Action in a race that was almost identical. When we take a look at that. It's race 710 and he's in yellow and blue colours from gate 7. Now, Massive Action pushes forward early and the heat map shows almost identical kinds of sections to that one we just saw. Average early, a drop in speed in the second section, and then from the top of the straight, a hard sprint home. Massive Action, he kicks strongly, but he just can't hold off the challenges in the final stages, despite really having had the race run to suit him, and he's not as strong as Oriental Smoke over the final part. So Oriental Smoke, to me, looks the better of the two, stepping up to the mile from two 1400 metre lead-ups that we've seen run almost identically to what I think might happen over the mile on Sunday. So take a look at the map. And in this race, I think Massive Action won't have too much trouble being quick enough to find the front again. And his new rider, Matt Chadwick, looks unpressured to go any faster than he would want to. Exceptional Nice and Oriental Smoke, to me, looked the nearest to him, with Secret Vision, who went forward to sit wide outside the lead this course and distance 2 weeks ago, probably going to do something similar as he hung on well for third there, but it still doesn't look easy for him. Still, there looks no reason to think this will be a true test of stamina. So the tip in race 10, Oriental Smoke. His winning factor, the tempo. Now, some might think that we're talking about the map again, but it's more about his ability to run out the strong 1600 metres. I think he's the better of the two lightly raced horses, and I don't really think this is going to be a serious examination of how strongly he runs a mile. Well, that's it from the winning factor this week. Enjoy the Group 3s on Sunday. We'll see you next time.